Welcome to another bag of jacks and another day of trash picking. Here's our first pile of the day. And I really only got out because of this thing. What on earth is this? Somebody gave $12 for this at Home Goods. It's like a fruit tray or something. I guess we'll take it. Here's a bunch of Rubbermaid tubs I picked up yesterday from my friend. I hope I bump into them soon, because they're taking a lot of space. And here's some defunct electronics that no one wants, so I'm going to have to maybe re-gift that. Shh. Anything else in here? A box of nothing. Some curtains. Is that a nice pocketbook? I don't know. Alright. First pile is kind of a dud, but what's this? Ooh. Bariatric disposable briefs? I don't think so. Contractor bags, empty, mirror, tabletop, hamper. Alright, let's move on to the next one, because this one kind of sucks. I'm parked on a main road, but I saw an interesting thing with a handle on it, so I want to check it out and see what it is. I don't want to touch these shoes, though. Well, I guess guess I might have to. It's like a nice stack of shoes. What is this thing? Anyone know what that is? A music box? I don't know. It's probably for plastering or something. Anything in there? Anything in there? You know, I think I'm going to leave this thing here and get out of harm's way, because I'm about to get ran over. There's some skeevy pile hoppers right up the street. So let's see if there's anything worth taking in these boxes. It looks like there's toys, but like really junky toys. Crappy remote control cars, everything's dirty. You know what? I think I'm gonna get back in the car before the pile hoppers come and beat me to the next pile up the street. We're on the end of a dead-end street, and I see some goodies. Yes. Hitch balls. Not only are they made out of metal, so you can scrap them if you want to, but they're just really cool. They're also really noisy. Alright, let me put those in the trunk. Got the battery and the motor from a friend. I really haven't found anything today, actually. Let's see, what are these? Nah, too wet. Aluminum, we don't want that. That is super cool. I don't know if it's worth anything. We like that. Anything in there? Actually, I think my friend already scavenged all the good stuff out of this pile. Some little socket sets and whatnot. Well, we got some scrap, and we got this thing. And the dog's barking across the street, so let's get out of here. Sorry about that, I had to cut off the camera for a second, but I also found this fiberglass planter, so I don't know. I guess we're doing okay so far. It's kind of a quiet day. But I see a pile of tiles. And coaxial cable. This has got a lot of copper in the middle. Like a lot of copper. But the shielding is steel, which means that the copper is kind of like worthless. This stuff, so you can see it a little bit better here. There's copper in the middle, but this is steel. Yeah, and it doesn't really weigh anything either. It's so disappointing. Because from far away this looked like electrical wire, but no, it's just big fat coax. Let's see, some tires down here. Isn't any good? Nah. Alright. Oh, there's a CB radio in there. Hey, good buddy. President. That looks like absolute garbage. But I did get out of the car, so might as well go ahead and take it. Oh, what do you think? Do we get $2 for that? Would you pay $2 for this? Can that be the thumbnail? Here's the thumbnail. Hold still. Would you pay $2 for this CB? Yeah, neither would I. Alright, we'll take it. You can go in there with all the other junk. I have on my glove. I wish I could show you how dirty my camera is from all this trash picking. I have on my gloves so I can pick up this cast iron sink. I'm not really in love with these because they take a lot of room in the car and they're kind of awkward. Plus they blow out the exposure on the camera. But today, I'm not finding much, so I'm not going to be too fussy. This video seems like it's going to be really disjointed, but maybe this will be the clip that puts us back on track. A beautiful little Singer sewing machine. These things have like these little set screws in here. That's why I got my scroogey. One of them's already popped off though. Man. I don't know, do you think that's going to be worth anything? Probably not. Think we can get the foot pedal off of it? Yeah. Probably not, because it's routed through there. And they don't, I don't know how they do this. It's almost like they wire it at the factory. It's like a I'm gonna have to like get my little hacksaw and cut through there maybe. Let's see, hold on a second. So I couldn't find the hacksaw, but these channel locks should do it. All I gotta do is break a little bit of wood away, and then I can get that wire out. There you go. I don't know why they design them like that. But sometimes they do. So we're not gonna scrap this just yet. My car is taking a beating. All these plastic pieces. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now it looks like the Terminator after he got blown up. Get my screwdriver, pliers, pick that up off the ground. What's in there? Nothing. 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 American barns and covered bridges. That's kind of cool. Been trying to read more books lately. And I guess that's the end of that pile, but that sewing machine is really, really sweet. So I guess I can read this if I get bored driving around. It's okay to read and drive, right? I'm dangerously backing up on a main road. Why would I do something like that? Am I crazy? Am I a criminal? No. I just saw this thing. What on earth is this thing? This is nuts. Oh, Jesus. Speaking of nuts, I'm nuts if I think I'm gonna get this thing in the car. All right, but I'm not gonna leave without it, so I'll get to work and I'll let you know how it went. This is why it's a good idea to have a pipe wrench. I can't guarantee you're ever gonna find something like this, but if you do, you can get the pipes off pretty easily. There are so many cars going by right now, but I gotta get this big nut off. Whatever this thing is, it's certainly small enough to fit in the trunk. Now that the pipes are off of it, so I'll do a little reorg and let you know how it went. There it is, and I might have to rearrange it a little once we get to safety, but it's not that big, but it's super, super cool. All right, let me get the hell out of here. After that last daring adventure, I figure we'll check out a much more banal pile on a quiet side street. What do we got here? All About Eve. Huh. It's not really for me. VHS tapes. Battleship. One bite won't kill you. Unless you're eating poison. Well, you know, I hate to say it, even though I had to risk life and limb at that last pile. It sure was more interesting than this pile. I seem to be just pulling up closer and closer to the piles, huh? Anyway, look at this thing. I'm assuming this is out for garbage. It doesn't have an engine on it, is the thing. You know, it's got like the drive belt here. And it looks like, I don't know, it looks like it moves when you spin the belt or when you spin the thing. But usually people take the motors off these for a reason. I don't know, I would love to take this, or I'd like to at least take the wheels off it or something, but I think there's other people out here who are way more well equipped to deal with this kind of equipment than I am. You know, like people with trucks and stuff, so cool as it is. Man, imagine running this thing all day. Cool as it is, I think we're gonna leave it for the next guy. I didn't think things were gonna turn out too well, because I was stuck behind like this really mean lady and she was kind of blocking the road, but she didn't stop here, so I guess she's also a really dumb lady, because look what I got. Red and black spaghetti. This is not really my favorite color of spaghetti, and I'm already seeing how I'm gonna need to maybe move this thing into the back. I'm supposed to have a wide angle lens on this. Is that wide? Yeah, I guess wide enough. Anything else in the pile? No, not really. Blah, blah, blah. How you doing today?
Good.
Well, if I had $1 for every DVR I find, I could take a nice vacation every year. Golf clubs, nope. God, that was probably a really expensive golf club when it was new too. Now I'd be lucky to get $1 for it. Yeah, if I could get $1 for every old golf club and every DVR, I'm not saying I'd be rich. But if I could get $1 for every foot of garden hose I find, I'd be the next Warren Buffett. I already gave my friend the Rubbermaid tubs that were in the back, but here's a couple more. Think these are any good? No. Those aren't Rubbermaid tubs, they're litter boxes. And let's see. Ceiling fan, furniture. Nah. False alarm. Wonder what happened to the cats. Maybe they got a dog. What do we have here? You know what this is? I think this is a machine that cuts keys. A key cutter. I don't know. Is it? It's, yeah. Coal. Old King Coal. A couple of nice brackets. We are going to take this compressor head off. Still works too. And anything in here? Ooh, something in there. What do you think it is? I think it's $1 million. No. It's some straps. Alright. Do you really need to watch me wrestle with these nuts? The nuts are on the bottom. These bolts. You need to watch me wrestle with these bolts. No, you don't. I'll do it off camera. So that's disassembled. My scrap load is kind of front loaded. And these things tend to drip oil if they're upside down. I'll fix that later. We'll take these. Don't know what they are. And I think I will take... What's this? Probably not, but I will take this coal thing. I wasn't gonna take it, but you know, at the very least we could scrap it, right? And at the very best, maybe we'll cut some keys with it. But first, find a place for the darn thing. I guess that's it for this pile. What else we got? Toys, washing machine, brakes. Brake lights, I mean. That's a thing. That weighs a few pounds. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, here's a pile that's been here for like 2 days, but it looks like they put a cool thing on it. What is this? Is this brass? I think so. And is this a bicycle basket? Yeah. So you take this basket, you hang it over your handlebars. Bicycle stuff right now is kind of hard to come by, so we'll get $1 or $2 for that. And before we take this brass thing, Hostess donuts, 2 for $4. Grapes, $5. That's one heck of a meal. Don't eat the stuff that I eat, it's garbage, except the grapes. Well, there goes that right out the window. Yeah, I don't think I want that if it's steel. So, let's get back in the car and go do something else. Alright, it's kind of a quiet day. It seems to be a recurring theme. I want to have a really super busy day one of these days. Alright, more VCR tapes. Some good movies in here, but nothing really for us that we need. And in here, more VCR tapes. Whoa. And we took a wagon yesterday, but we're not going to take this one because this one's kind of crappy. And inside there, that feels like a photo album. We don't want the basket. We don't want the cooler. Alright, we tried. We tried. I don't know, today seems to be kind of weird. I'm not finding a lot of stuff. I'm not worried about that, though. I'm always tempted to take this plastic shelving, but it takes so much space in the car. Then I never use it. Alright, that's a couple pounds of scrap metal. Huh, look, I left my key in. Driving around for hours. This key fell out one time, and I drove around for like an hour until I found it on the side of the road. Alright, Coleman Lantern. Is it a Coleman? Nah, it's a Sears. Anyone want that? Nah. I have a hard time selling those. Stratego, more Stratego. Yeah. Take me. Can that be the thumbnail? Anything in here? I don't know. Alright, I guess I'm just rambling, so let's close the trunk and see if we can find something more interesting to do. So here I am on the passenger side of my car, and you notice the seat is empty because I'm making room for this. Now I'm assuming this is garbage. It wasn't here a few hours ago, and it's not like it's chalkware. It's not like a concrete thing. But if it's not garbage, then, you know, I'll give it back. I'm not hard to find. All right, now I have a giant, fragile, what is this thing? Is it a cat? Is it a puma? Oh, you know what? I know what this is. It's a panther. It's a table base. Like you put little pegs in it and it holds the glass, but it's a panther. That's my favorite thing that I've found in the history of ever. Alright, it looks like things are really starting to heat up now. Not temperature-wise, but in terms of this bike. What do we got? Ooh! A Pook Meteor Lux. I think I have one of these in my backyard. It's just a frame. Older than this one. I haven't found a Pook in a while. I think it's pronounced Pook. P-U-C-H. It's probably made in the same factory where they made like the Schwinn Travelers and stuff. Let's see. Chromoly main tubes. It's got some gross earplugs. I don't know why. Little die-comp brakes. Steel wheels spin pretty well. It's not a bad bike. It's just a little bit dirty. Like, you know, I think Pook is an Austrian company, but this is like a basically I think a Japanese or Taiwanese bike, like a Taiwanese bike with Japanese parts on it. Not bad. I guess I got to get it wired up to the bike rack though. Let's see what else we got. I mean, that's more than enough, but hey, look. It's a floor jack. So I didn't have any Romex today. Couldn't Romex the bike, but it's tied on there. And oh, I did it again. I did it again. Not only did I leave the key in, but I also left these here. All right, let's get it right. Now let's move on. Well, I've been looking for a reason to end this video, and this is as good as anything. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's a giant... Look at this up against the Camry. Like a giant spool of copper pipe. That's nuts. And then in here, a lot of copper fittings too. And a great little milk crate too. So, I don't think there's Anyway, we're gonna top that. Like, when do you find 40 pounds of copper all in one spot? That's nuts. Plus a pook and a bunch of other great stuff. And don't forget the the panther. A pook and a panther. So, as usual, thanks so much for coming along and keeping me company. Until next time, thanks for watching.